Hey guys, Tim Gillette, founder of Rocker Life Coach and creator of the keys to rock and roll keys to business success. Um, I'm coming to you today because it's April 1st, and just 3 months of our year are gone, and I just wondering how you are doing for your 2013 goals. As I always want to ask that at the end or beginning of a month, because really it's serious to me about you achieving goals. And I'll take you back a little bit of history in today in history, I should say. It was about 10 years ago that I really started to build a bond with my father from a distance. My brother Nathan and I both lived here in the Dallas, Texas area. And it became a standing joke. Nathan and I always had fun that we would call our dad on April Fools and kind of let him feel into the fun we had. It was a way for him to feel the excitement and the fun we had as brothers from 1,800 miles away. April Fool's Day was a great fun thing for me and my dad. The greatest thing that I ever did to him, and it was a great joke, was in 2004 with a presidential election going on. We all know my dad, and we knew his political background. So I called him up and told him I was going to be working for a presidential campaign. And got my dad, I got the, oh yeah, man, I'm excited for you, son. I'm proud of you. This is great. I'm glad you're going to do it. To then I told him I was going to work for the Democratic candidate. And my father was a very, very extreme right-wing conservative Republican. So that was like, opening up a can of worms. So it was a real fun joke to play on my dad. The joke was so funny, if you knew my dad, that we told that story at his memorial service. And just the laughter we got from the crowd when they understood how funny that was, knowing me and knowing him. And, but, my dad would have been, this past week, was March 28th was my dad's birthday. This past week, he would have been 73 years old if he was still with us. But he's gone. And I use the story of him being gone a lot because of the fact that it was 3 years ago last week that I started Rocker Life Coach. And this whole thing transformed the past couple of years. And the fact that, 1 year into it, less than 1 year into it, I lost my dad. And I always tell the story that, I told him for years I was going to do this. And it wasn't until the last year he was alive that I got started. And I really never got serious until the past 2 years after he was gone. And I look now over the past 3 years, and this past year has been one of our most successful years. And I'm not saying that because we're like, fancy rich or really famous, but for a reason we got really successful last year. And like now as we go through, we're going into our 4th month. This is going to be our busiest month for us here in 2013. And there's a reason for that, and that's why I wanted to make this video today was, first of all, you get into something, you get out of something what you put into it. And I put very minimal into it in the beginning, and little by little I started really intensifying and really putting in myself more and more into this business, and more into the coaching aspect and helping people. But it was a year ago that I decided to get outside my comfort zone, and I decided to go to an event in Los Angeles, California. I didn't do those big events. I wasn't big on going to the big super seminars and all that stuff. But it changed my business. It changed my business and it changed my life. I have never worked so hard as I have in the past 12 months. I have never put so much into my life as I have in the past 12 months. So much into my business as I have in the last 12 months. But it was something that clicked in that thing 12 months ago that just turned me on to going, okay, I need to put a little more effort into this. And I'm bringing this up to you today. I know it's April Fool's Day and April 1st, and I'm just got about ready to go on a recording here with a friend of mine for her radio show today. And I thought about this, and I really wanted to share it. That if the past 3 months you haven't achieved what you had achieved last year, or maybe by the end of March last year you were at the same level, maybe it's time to step it up a notch. Maybe it's time to really kick it in. I know this past week we started our writing challenge, challenging people to join on and say, hey, we're going to write 1,500 words a day. But I want to take it a different level. I want to encourage you to be part of a challenge like that. But better yet, I'm going to encourage you to do something that I did a year ago. and that is get into a live event. I don't care whose live event. Yes, I would love to see you at the Rock and Roll Success Summit here in Dallas in April, 18th through the 20th. And, as to the point that I will, if it's a problem for you to afford the $297 ticket, call me and I'll get you a discount code to get you in for cheaper. But if this one here doesn't fit your schedule, maybe you ought to get to one of our other ones. Or maybe you ought to get to somebody else's. A couple of them I would suggest to you that you might want to look into attending. Number one, we do ours every April and every October here in Dallas, Texas. We have a coaches summit held in Phoenix, Arizona in June. Well, there's another one for you to attend. That's ours. Now let's take ours off the table and talk about, Larry Broughton's got one coming up in, I believe it's October or November. Great conference to go to. If you want to learn how to speak and get $1 million message, Maurice Domino's got his Sicilian boot camp. I'm telling you, another place to go if you want to learn to become a speaker. James Malinchak, all right, end of April, another large, big money speaker boot camp. James Malinchak is one of the top trainers of helping you create a speaking business. Go to the one that I went to, Craig Duswalt. Craig Duswalt is holding another Rockstar Entrepreneur Conference. I think he's changing the name of it to the Rockstar Entrepreneur Experience because it's more than just a conference. It's an experience to be at his event. The other one I recommend is the one that I'll be attending at, and that is it's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia in June. And that is the Success Freaks Level Up Your Life. I mean, if you're looking, not sure what you want to do in business, but you're looking to actually get around some motivated people who are changing the world, that's one to be at this year because of some of the people who are going to be speaking at it are going to be talking about the very idea of you taking your life to another level. And I know the Success Freaks, they're personal friends of mine, and they have a great event. Now, there's tons of other ones out there. Brendan Burchard still hosts a great event. T. Harv Eckert still's got a great event going on. Trying to think of some of the other ones that are out there. Bob Berg, Go Giver. I mean, man, you go to one of Bob Berg's events, huge, huge impact on your life. Guys, I encourage you, and I'm going to leave you with this challenge today. I know it's April 1st. 3 months of this year is gone. You have 9 months left. I don't care what the cost is. The cost is nothing compared to the investment you will make not only in your own life but in your business to attend one of these events. Don't care if it's $2,000. Don't care what you've got to do to find the money. Don't care how many more products you've got to sell to get that money. You want to change your life, you need to be at one of these events. Find them. I will put some links down here below in the YouTube channel for many of them if you need to find them. But I'd love to see you at the Rock and Roll Success Summit. If you do, join our challenge. We got a challenge going on to get people to start writing because too many people are going to the grave with their message inside of them. Let's get that down. Get out the paper, get out the pen, get out the typing, get out the iPad with the little keyboard, whatever you got to do to get your message down. If you've got to pull up one of these little devices here and talk onto it to get it done, take your cell phone out, get an app for dictation and do it. You need to get your message out. Everybody's got a message inside. There is something that you have been successful at that you need to, number one, build on. Number two, you need to tell everybody else about. That's my message for you today. I'm leaving you with that challenge to be at a live event in the next 9 months. I don't care if it's mine. I hope it is. But if not, you need to be at another one. And if you really want to be a go-getter, I'd go to at least 3 of them. Tim Gillette, rocker life coach and founder of the Rock and Roll Keys to Business Success. It's time to transition your life and actually come out on the other side as a rock star. Catch you later, man. I'm out of here.